Welcome to our channel. Here we discover must-visit travel sites as well religious sites, explore history and places, locations, spots and more. India is a multicultural spot. Here we uncover the stories behind India's greatest historical landmarks and travel destinations, mythological as well as historical. Today we are heading to Ahobilam, a town which is a holy site situated in Alagada Mandal of Nandyal district in Andhra Pradesh, India. It is a sacred Sri Vaishnava pilgrimage site renowned for its 9 unique temples dedicated to Lord Narasimha, also called Nava Narasimha. Join us as we walk through the history revealing secret and cultural legacy. Stick around for the practical tips to plan your visit and don't forget to check out other videos on our channel, which have incredible journeys through India's past. Let's step into the valley of Narasimha, which is the real home of Lord Vishnu's follower Prahlad. Sri Nava Narasimha Temple's Ugra Stambham after demon king Hiranyakashipu struck it. Proof of divine omnipresence. The pillar symbolizes the fact that God is present everywhere, even in inanimate objects. When Hiranyakashipu mockingly asked if God resided in the pillar, Narasimha manifested from it to validate his devotee Prahlad's unwavering faith. When Lord Narasimha burst out of the pillar, his first step produced 172 sounds, which are considered to be the foundational tenets of Indian classical ragas. Depending on the way you are traveling, if you want to travel by train, you can get to Nandyal Junction, and from Nandyal Junction you can take a bus or a shared taxi which will take you to Alagada. You can also take a bus from Bangalore to Chalgamari, from where you will find the regular direct buses to Ahobilam. In both the phases, you have to go to Alagada, from where buses runs, which takes like 54 minutes, and then you reach to Ahobilam, which is land of Sri Narasimha and home of Sri Bhakt Prahlad. Once you reach Ahobilam by bus, finding a place to stay is quite simple. Once you get down to the bus stop, when you follow the straight path, on the right hand side there will be Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temple. You can follow the straight road, and from there you will find many guest houses, because Ahobilam have several simple homestays and guest house mainly meant for pilgrims and travelers. Especially on normal days, the charges are reasonable and affordable. The focus here is on the basic comfort rather than the luxury. If you are looking for vegetarian food options, temple-friendly stays, or slightly better facilities, Ahobilam is traditionally identified in Puranic narratives as the actual location of Hiranyakashipu's palace. The region's dramatic topography is regarded as the physical witness to this divine event. The site known as Ugra Stambham marks the location of the pillar from which Narasimha emerged. The base stone of the pillar still exists, positioned near the steep cliff, reminder of pivotal moment of Hindu sacred history. We start with the first temple which we saw earlier, Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Swami Temple. This temple is dedicated to Lord Narasimha, the fierce man-lion incarnation of Lord Vishnu, worshipped here in a calm, benevolent form with goddess Lakshmi seated on his lap. Today there is a distribution of prasad going on over here. So this is the Gopuram of the temple. It is made as a Vimana. Every pillar over here have designs, and you will notice mythological creatures like Yali and Makara is made over these pillars. Here on the entrance you will notice the lizard, story of 2 disciples of Maharishi Gautama who were cursed to be reborn as lizards after unintentionally polluting water with a lizard. Later moved by their penitence, the sage advised them to worship Lord Vishnu at Kanchipuram. This temple holds a distinct revered position within Ahobilam tradition. Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Swami is worshipped in the form known as Prahlad Vadara, the compassionate manifestation of Narasimha who bestowed protection and blessings upon his devotee Prahlad. The divine space is revered as Sri Amrutavali Tehara, whose presence completes sacred unity and deity in this temple. Inside the sanctum, Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Swami is worshipped. The Lord is being seated, facing east in a composed and benevolent posture. This form is markedly different from the fierce Ugra Narasimha worship in the upper region of these hills. Here this deity represents Santa Swarupa, calm, protective, approachable. Beside him, there are Amrutavali Devi, whose presence brings balance, compassion, grace to the temple's atmosphere. The devotees who come to pledge their devotions. The Chatravata and Yogananda Swami temple are close by, and to cover Jwala Narasimha and Krodha Narasimha and Ahobilam Narasimha temples and Maloda Narasimha above to Upper Ahobilam, the best time to start will be in morning. Moving forward, we continue straight on the stairs. The red and black color mountain rocks gives this place an unforgettable euphoric experience, which you will only get in some temples in India. Chalukya dynasty worshipped the principle of Narasimha deity here. This whole mountain range is considered to be the palace of Hiranyakashipu, the demon king and father of Prahlad. Yaguva Ahobala Narasimha Swami Temple. This temple is built in a perfect natural scape, have gopurams, and if you notice above the gopuram, there are avatars like Varaha, Narasimha, Malola, Narasimha avatar along with Sri Lakshmi Devi and other deities. They are beautifully made. Even the religious aura of this place is completely unforgettable. Now we continue our path towards the Jwala Narasimha temple. We continue deeper into the forest region of Upper Ahobilam. This path leads to the further into dense, untouched natural habitat. Tall trees surround the trail, and the silence of the forest creates an atmosphere that feels as this land was shaped by the deity himself. This very forest stands as a living witness to that devotion. It is one of the most sacred Vaishnava Kshetra in India. Ahobilam is a Swayambhu Kshetra, a self-manifested sacred land where Vishnu himself appeared to protect his devotee Bhakt Prahlada. Seeing such architecture hidden within a dense forest was a completely new and humbling experience for me. But visitors should be extremely mindful not to litter here. This is a sacred and natural space. The forest must be respected and preserved. As we move ahead, signboard clearly indicating the direction towards Sri Narasimha Swami temple. From here we continue straight along the path. Soon we reach the entrance of Sri Jwala Narasimha Swami temple. At the top of the structure, Lord Narasimha is seen seated majestically. The temple is built in ancient architectural style and includes a small cave-like structure with 3 or 4 shrines of other deities. The central shrine is dedicated to Jwala Narasimha, the most ferocious and intense form of Lord Narasimha. This is the form in which Lord Vishnu emerged from the pillar after Hiranyakashipu struck it. Behind this temple, there is a path which will continue to go to Ugra Stambham, which is the exact actual pillar stone from where Lord Narasimha emerged. This shrine is believed to have been built around 10th to 11th century by early Chalukyas. This form of Lord Narasimha, if you notice, is also tearing up the stomach of Hiranyakashipu and taking out the intestines out. Even after slaying Hiranyakashipu, Lord Narasimha remained in his fierce and divine rage. His anger was so intense and powerful that it is believed that earth itself trembled and shook. This raw, untamed form of divinity is what devotees come here to witness. People visit this temple to surrender their fears, negative thoughts, inner conflicts. It is believed that Lord Jwala Narasimha blessings help to clean your mind with negativity and restore inner balance and purity. Those seeking strength, clarity, purification come here with deep faith, believing that divinity, ferocity of Narasimha burns away all the darkness and leaves behind purity and protection. This is the Rakta Kund at Jwala Narasimha temple. The very place where Lord Narasimha is believed to have washed his hands after slaying demon king Hiranyakashipu. It is said that the water here turned red, a symbol of divine justice and the destruction of evil. This place is located near the fierce Jwala Narasimha shrine. This sacred kund stands as a reminder that whenever dharma is threatened, the divine will always rise to protect it. After completing our darshan of Sri Jwala Narasimha temple, we continued our journey towards Lord Narasimha Swami temple. It takes around 30 minutes to reach from here by walking and trekking through the forest path. This temple is located at the higher point and it feels very peaceful. Sri Malola Narasimha Swami is seen in a calm and gentle form, seated with Goddess Lakshmi Devi on his lap. This form shows how Lord's anger was settled and how he appears with and compassion for his followers and devotees. On the top of the temple, you can see the sculpture of Narasimha Swami along with Lakshmi Devi, and inside the sanctum there is a beautifully carved black stone idol. The idol have sharp eyes, strong features and very detailed carvings. Even through this form is peaceful and power and presence of deity can strongly be felt. We continue to walk towards this board Prahlad Pathshala. Prahlada, even as a child born in a demon family, always spoke about Lord Vishnu's devotion and spread preaching among his friends of other demon clans kids. The surface which you will be walking, it have a lot of markings made. When you will notice here, there is another cave shrine. That cave shrine is dedicated to Prahlada. It is also believed to be the same space when once thrown down on orders of Hiranyakashipu during one of his attempts to kill him. Prahlad sought Vishnu's protection and he saved him from falling. After the rain slowed down, we continued our journey towards the Karoda Narasimha, also called Varaha Narasimha. After turning down from this main trail, we reached to Varaha Narasimha temple. This temple is associated with Varaha Avatar, the third incarnation of Lord Vishnu. In this form, the Lord appears with the head of a boar and the body of a human, representing immense cosmic strength and divine protection. According to the Puranic story, Hiranyaj, the brother of Hiranyakashipu, dragged Bhumi Mata, Bhumi, the goddess Earth, into the cosmic ocean, threatening the balance of creation. Unable to bear this destruction, the Devas prayed to Lord Vishnu. Responding to their prayers, Vishnu took the avatar of Varaha, plunged into the cosmic waters and defeated Hiranyaj, binded the Bhumi Devi and got her out on his tusk, restoring her rightful place. Outside the temple, you can see the sculpture exactly like Lord Varaha lifting the Bhumi Devi on his tusk, clearly depicting that powerful movement. The shrine itself is a small and simple, similar to other temples. It have multiple deities housed within the complex. We stepped outside as the weather was cleared. The surrounding remained just as mesmerizing as before. Nothing has changed outside. The same fog, the water flowing from the mountains of the colored rocks, red and black. The monsoon-fed streams and waterfalls are still flowing from this point to that point till we came out. With the soft evening light and the entire landscape felt like a living painting, something straight out of the classical artwork of Renaissance or Realism period. Seeing this whole mesmerizing landscape, we are going to stop on the way to see the Karanja Narasimha temple. So this is the Karanja Narasimha temple. You can see the Karanja tree behind this temple. The Karanja Narasimha temple is located up close to the road, next to the forest. Lord Narasimha is worshipped here in a meditative form, seated under the Karanja tree, symbolizing tapasya and inner balance. According to the tradition, there is a story goes, Lord Hanuman also meditated here. When Lord Narasimha gave him darshan, Hanuman remembered him as the prior form of Rama. He refused to accept him as Vishnu. To fulfill Hanuman's devotion, Sri Narasimha revealed himself with the Rama's characteristics, bow, honoring Sri Hanumanji's faith. It is also believed that Rishi Kapila worshipped under the Karanja Narasimha tree when he was cursed by Rishi Durvasa. In this temple you will see the deity in the Chaturbhuja form with the four arms. Upper left arm holds the bow and the arrows. The upper right holds the Sudarshana Chakra and the Shankha. The Lord also have a Trinetra, the third eye on his forehead. The temple structure is mostly like Malola Narasimha Swami temple, yet it has its strong sensual feeling of itself because the idol structure is really different compared to Jwala Narasimha, Krodha Narasimha and the Malola Narasimha. The temple have a Mukh Mandapam, Garbhagriha, designed allowing the natural light to flow inside. To Bhargava Narasimha, Pavana Narasimha, Chatravata Narasimha and Yogananda Narasimha. Chatravata Narasimha temple and Yogananda Narasimha temple are close by. To go Bhargava Narasimha temple and Pavana Narasimha temple, you will need a taxi and you will need enough time to cover both of them. So we decided to first go to Bhargava Narasimha temple. To reach these temples, jeep transport is essential. The jeep can be booked from the same location, the local point near the temple town. The pricing is fixed locally. The arrangement usually includes waiting time. The driver drops you in the forest entry from where you start your trekking while they wait for you to come back. Once your trek and darshan is complete, they will bring you back. This is the board sign which says towards the Bhargava Narasimha. This is the trekking path which takes you towards there. The path ahead was steep, narrow and slippery with loose stones, damp soil. After descending a short stretch, we reached to Akshaya Kunda. Akshaya Kunda is the kund you find below the walking steps of the Bhargava Narasimha temple. Up ever from here, you can reach to Bhargava Narasimha temple. Follow these steps. So many rishis and munis have come here to pay their respects and to meditate over here on the Akshaya Kunda. The Bhargava Narasimha Swami you can see sitting on the top of the temple with Hiranyakashipu on his lap. This place is believed to be the grand and celestial space for the meditation center. Lord Parshurama, the sixth incarnation of Vishnu, performed intense penance at this location. The story goes, Parshurama wanted to go and see all the places and if alive any avatars of Vishnu as he was. This was the same exact place where he came to pay his respects in this region and perform intense worship to Narasimha Swami. Although Parshuram himself was an avatar of Vishnu, he sought to direct darshan of Narasimha. By the long time of penance and intense devotion, pleased by everything, Lord Narasimha appeared before Parshurama at this very spot and hence the deity came to known as Bhargava Narasimha. This place is a spot if you provide a deep penance and intense meditation, and if you are pure from your heart, the deity comes for you. We lit diya over here and worship for a while. While moving back, we also saw a snake on the staircase of this temple. Be aware, this is a forest. The snake was harmless. He was just moving on his way. We did not disturb him and he did not disturb us. Lord Narasimha, he is ready to pay darshan to his devotees. Whoever is ready to walk on this assured path of dharma. Devotees light their lamps here and offer play in silence. Pavana Narasimha. According to tradition, Pavana Narasimha is believed to be the form of Lord Narasimha which finally met Prahlada before departing from Ahobilam. The temple is situated near the Pavana river. Pavana Narasimha is considered to be the purest form of Sri Narasimha Avatara when he attained the calm and purity of his original Swarupa. On the way, the path was really steep and shaky, just like a jeep safari of a jungle. Pavana Narasimha is holding a Shankha and a Chakra, and one hand is giving darshan and Ashirvad to Prahlada. Here you can buy the intense pendants These pendants believed to have important energy, which is purity and gives raksha from the evil and negativeness. You can talk and find more about this from the temple priest himself. The temple is built in Vijayanagara carving style. There is a center pillar and you will find shrines of other deities outside the temple. Be aware there will be monkeys here too. After paying our respects and spending time over this temple, we chose to move to Chatravata Narasimha temple and Yogananda Narasimha temple. This temple is known as the peaceful form of Narasimha who is gently smiling in the Tal Mudra. Yes, if you notice the Narasimha over the temple, he is sitting in the Tal Mudra gesture, which associate him with the music and the rhythm. The legend speaks of Gandharvas, Aha and Huhu, whose devotion pleased Lord, and to express their devotions towards the Lord by their intense musical performance, Aha and Huhu pleased Lord Narasimha, and this place is considered to be the most happiest and joyous form of Narasimha, who is mostly invested into the entertainment and arts. Later on we move to the Yogananda Narasimha. Yogananda Narasimha is the most rich in culture and history among all of these temples. As when we reached there, Yogananda Narasimha was sitting into the yogic posture along with the other deities into the top of the temple's Gopuram. The Yogananda Narasimha temple is located about 3 kilometers west to Lower Ahobilam. The tradition holds the stories. It was this place where Lord Narasimha passed yogic mantras and spiritual wisdom to Bhakt Prahlada. This divine act of teaching and inner balance made people worship him as Yogananda Narasimha. He is gentle and deeply meditative. The deity is depicted seated in cross-legged yogic posture with his hand positioned in yogic mudras symbolizing discipline, self-awareness and spiritual realization. Unlike the fearsome and furious state of Ahobilam Jwala Narasimha, Yogananda Narasimha appears serene and composed. The ideal of the deity have striking resemblance to the Narasimha ideal in Hampi and Devyanda Durga DD Hills in Tumkura. There is a 2000 years old Dravidian style temples in which you will find Bhoga Narasimha and Yogananda Narasimha. This present temple of Yogananda Narasimha in Ahobilam is built in Vaishnava tradition and Dravidian architectural style, marked by colors and simple dignity. You can see all the deities of Hindu mythology there, along with Lord Narasimha's sitting in yogic posture. Inside, there's Garbhagriha surrounded by rock formations, and there are other deities. The decorative motifs subtly depict yogic and meditative symbolism, reinforcing the identity of Yogananda Narasimha as spiritual guide of wisdom of living, which is same as original principles and teachings of Lord Vishnu himself. Near Yogananda Narasimha temple lies another spiritually significant shrine known as Kashinaya Devalayam. The deity worshipped here appears in the form of a joyful sage-like figure, offering blessings with compassion and warmth. Devotees believe that Sri Kashinaya Swami taught people the art of living, including the values of peaceful coexistence, respect for body and foundation of life, and practical wisdom related to agriculture and everyday living. He is revered as a guide who helped helpless individuals to live harmoniously with nature and society, helping them with food, agriculture, and place of living. Outside the Kashinaya Devalayam staircase, you will notice all the avatars of Lord Vishnu's are depicted, and inside the sanctum, you will see many other deities and devis, gods and goddesses. Idols are inside. This place is also known as Sri Kashi Reddy Nayana Ashram. Everyday free food, day and night meals is served here to everyone, making no differences in people over caste, creed and religion. And with that, our journey slowly comes to an end. This wasn't a trip, it was a deeply spiritual experience. Walking through forest paths, discovering ancient temples hidden in nature, and feeling that rare connection between devotion and the wild. From the sacred vibes of Narasimha temple to raw beauty of our Ahobilam trip, every moment became a story worth to remember. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey with Trek Trains. Until then, keep exploring, keep believing, and keep chasing meaningful journeys. We will see you in the next one. And if you like the video, you can share and subscribe. That would be really helpful. Thank you.